everybody, Rocktimus Prime here, back with another video review. Now, as you can see, we're in Ohio, but when you're watching this, it's spring break and I am home in New York. So I edited a video where I was in New York when I was in Ohio, and now I'm editing a video when I'm in Ohio when I'm in New York, so.
Oh no, I've gone cross-eyed.
Today we're gonna be talking about a robot that's not super new, but it is new to me, and that is Transformers Generation 1 Skids. The reason it took me so long to get Skids is because, well, he doesn't really do anything. He's in like 2 episodes of the cartoon, 2 comics. I mean, he really only gets into it in the IDW stuff, which I haven't completely read. I know, bad fan. Now, I did see him for sale on the Big Bad Toy Store, which is where I get most of my collectibles nowadays. And this is not actually a G1 Skids, this is a reissue Skids. It was first released in 1986. This is the 2004 re-release. And no, we will not be talking about the fact that 2004 was 20 years ago. Shut up.
I'm old!
And he is really cool, if a bit sticker phobic. Now, I'll explain what I mean. So, as you can see, he does have a lot of nice sticker detailing. The one on his crotch is peeling up, but that emphasis is my point. Half of these are the original stickers that came out in 2004. The one on the crotch, I believe the ones here on his legs, and the ones on his knees, I believe, are the ones that came in the 2004 packaging. Speaking of 2004 packaging, does anybody miss when Transformers art used to look like this? But 20-year-old stickers don't stick that well.
Oh, surprise!
So what I ended up doing was buying a repro label set off of Toy Hacks. For the majority, they did really well. These stickers here, this purple, this pink is actually supposed to be blue. Don't know why. These taillight stickers here are actually still peeling off, and they're the repro label ones. They're supposed to wrap around the side and stick down, but it's the wrapping that they don't stick down on. And these on the shoulders just will not stay. I think sticker-wise, the majority of this toy is okay. The factory applied stickers seem to be all right. The ones on the shoulders are my biggest concern. With this being a 2004 release, I thought they might be better, and especially with the Toy Hacks. I thought that they would make him pop a little bit, and they just don't. And while Skids doesn't really do much in the cartoon or the comic, his toy is actually pretty cool. This is how Skids is portrayed, as having these out on the side. The box and the instructions tell you keep them folded in. So he has wheels or arms on his wheels that way. Not really the look that you want. His arms are super long. So I have them just out to the side, but not all the way up. Because if you put them all the way up, he goes into a T-pose and can't put his arms down.
I call it dumb.
In terms of accessories, he's not really packing a whole lot. First off, he does have this nice chromed rocket launcher with this nice little blue fin that's supposed to fire the missile, but on the 2004 re-release, they took the spring out so it doesn't work, so I super glued the thing in there anyway. And aside from a spare rack of missiles that's gonna get set in a drawer, that's all we have for the rocket launcher. He also does come with this uber sci-fi gun. It's also chromed. No idea really how you're supposed to wield this, seeing as how it has a giant fin on the top. You'd think that's where you hold it, but it holds onto his arm this way, so.
Sure, it's phallic. Why wouldn't it be?
And this one is probably his most well-known accessory. It's the one he comes with the most, a dual cannon. Now, Skids doesn't hold any of his accessories in his hand. They all just brace over his arm, like so. Now, articulation-wise, in robot mode, well, it's Generation 1. He doesn't really have a whole lot of articulation. His head doesn't turn side to side. It does go up and down, but that's for transformation. You do it too far down and you're gonna start transforming him. The arms are on a full rotation, so they do go all the way around. And they do go up that far, down about that far. And that's it. Doesn't even have knees. It just poof.
Is this the human condition of madness, leader? It is.
One thing I will say about Skids while he is in his robot mode, I'm not sure if it's the reissue or if it's just Skids in general, but this toy does suffer from some QC issues. Now, setting the stickers aside, if you move the arms too much, he will unpeg. So you have to hold his chest if you want to, and even then. You have to like sandwich him in like this if you want to move his arms. The next thing that happens sometimes is his head Doesn't really latch, it just kind of rests in the forward position like this. So one knock and it's going forward. There's no real locking position. The last thing, and you can kind of see it here, is these wheels don't sit flush. They sit at an angle so that when you put him down, the tires are what hits before the feet. So he's always kind of leaning forward. For some size comparisons in robot mode, here we have Generation 1 Skids, and here we have movie reissue Insecticon Kickback. Here is a movie Thundercracker, so you can see just how royal blue this guy really is. This is, of course, the movie reissue Thundercracker with the correct colors. GoBot's Bad Boy. What a name, Bad Boy. And just because, Earthrise Prime. Compared to my last video, the Cosmos Ketchup, this almost feels like my eyes get bored watching it, but it's supposed to. It's a tiny little, unassuming little van. He's a theoretician, so him having an alt mode that looks like one of my professors pulled up to class late is completely believable. I do like the nice rubber wheels, and that's all 4 wheels, by the way. It is interesting that they kind of stick out a little bit, whereas they should be more in here, and he is a turbo, as you can see there, unless it was backwards. Oops! And he also has an opening tailgate. Per the Diaclone toy, there would be a little like minion that goes in there, but because he's a Transformer, he doesn't have that. One thing I will say is he has an impressive amount of die cast in him. This back section here from like the door back is all metal. Up to here is metal. The legs are metal. The composition of like the feet themselves, not metal. The legs themselves, not metal, but the car parts of the legs are metal, if that makes sense.
You're kind of an idiot, aren't you?
The hood pieces here are all metal. This darker piece in the middle is plastic, but that's for his head. So he's got quite a good heft for such a tiny little car. So for some size comparisons in vehicle mode, here we have Skids, here we have Kickback, here he is with Bad Boy. What a name. I will not get over the fact that his name is Bad Boy. Here he is with Thundercracker, and here he is with Earthrise Prime. So you can see how he scales with modern day toys. You could have Prime haul him on his little back bed there. Overall then, do I recommend Skids? That's a tricky one because the reissue itself was like 50 bucks. The Japanese release of the same toy at the same year was $10 more. However, I also had to spend $10 plus shipping on a sticker set for him. So, I mean, I like him, but I'm becoming quite a G1 toy fanboy in my later years. The last few toys that I've bought, let's see, has been Missing Link Cliff Jumper, Movie Kickback, Movie Thundercracker, Skids, and then GoBot's Bad Boy and GoBot's Crasher. So he's a hard one to recommend, but if you're a G1 fan, if you like the toys, I say pick him up if you can find him for a decent price. This has been Rocktimus Prime. By the way, I hope you like the new intro. It's a lot faster than the old one. And yeah, I just really hope that you guys enjoy it. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And tell me also, what do you think? Would you pick up Skids for the 2004 reissue? No, it wasn't 20 years ago. It was yesterday.
Stop it. Get some help.
Anyway, guys, this has been Rocktimus Prime with Generation 1 Skids. Hoping you guys have a good day, good night, whenever you're watching this. Take care, everybody.